everyone, welcome to Jesse's Cyber Vault. In this video, we are going to talk about the 3 A's in cybersecurity: authentication, authorization, and accounting. Stay with me as we go deeper into this. One, authentication. Authentication verifies the identity of a user, a device, or system before granting access. Authentication ensures that you are who you claim to be. Now, let's take a look at the types of authentication. 1. Knowledge-based authentication. This comprises of what you know. With this, we are talking of passwords, pins, or answers to security questions. Sometimes when you are creating an account or you want to log into an account, they will ask you certain questions which you must provide answer for based on the answer you use whilst creating that account. This could be your mother's maiden name, your first elementary school, your first pet, your first car, where you were born, and sometimes your favorite food. That is just by the way. We all go through authentication one way or the other, like opening your phone, accessing your mail, school server, bank transactions, online purchase, and so many more. The next type of authentication is possession-based. That is something you have. With this, we are talking about security tokens. For instance, those in Ghana, we know about the MTN token. If you are using MTN mobile money and you are making a transaction into an Airtel to Go mobile wallet, MTN generates a token for you, the sender, to give to the receiver, and this is to authenticate that the user is who he or she claims to be. And also, we have smart card. Currently, when you enter into some corporate spaces and you do not have a smart card, you cannot access certain locations. These cards are embedded integrated circuits that is used to control access to places or resources. And we also have the mobile authentication apps. The next type of authentication is biometric based, something you are. In this digital age, almost everybody is acquainted with the use of biometric. This consists of fingerprint, facial recognition, iris scan, or voice recognition. And these are used daily to access your mobile or certain apps on the mobile. The next authentication we would like to talk about is the multi-factor authentication, MFA. This consists of the combination of 2 or more of the above methods. Example, trying to access your email on a different device. You can input your password, yet Google will send a token to a recovery phone number or email for extra authentication. Protocols like LDAP, Lightweight Directory Access Protocol. This is a software protocol that allows users to access and manage information or devices within a network. And Kerberos, the Computer Network Security Protocol, that uses a key distribution center and asymmetric key cryptography to identify and authenticate users over a non-secure network. Now, let's move on to authorization, the second A. Authorization determines what resources or actions a user is allowed to access after authentication. This answers the question, what are you allowed to do after access is given? Key concepts of authorization. 1. Role-based access control. With this, permissions are granted based on roles. Example, an admin can access a whole file, while a user can access specific files. Even with the access of a user, can the user write or only read? Another example is a corporate space. We have sales department, HR department, marketing department, account department, and so many other departments. Someone in marketing department cannot access information on employee details. Likewise, somebody in sales cannot access information on payroll of the company. Now we move on to the next access control, that is policy-based access control. With this, decisions are made based on predefined policies. Example, employee can access internal systems only during working hours. Or certain servers can be accessed only while user is on premise. Another access control is attribute-based access control. With this, Access is based on attributes like location, job title, and department. For example, a manager in HR can access payroll data, but not server configurations. Access control list, ACL, define permission for users or groups for specific resources. Example, a file system ACL might allow a user to read a document, but not write or delete. The third A is accounting. Accounting involves tracking and logging user actions and resources for auditing, troubleshooting, and compliance. Key components include logs and records. Examples can be log attempts, file changes, or system configurations. Tools like Windows Event Viewer, syslogs, and log management solutions are used. 2. Audit trails. This entails chronological records of activities. Example, tracking who accessed sensitive data of a patient in a hospital. The next is compliance and monitoring. This helps meet regulatory standards such as the HIPAA, health regulatory standard that is used in the USA. GDPR, this is a data privacy framework that is used in the European Union. And PCI DSS, this is used in the finance sector. So now, we know the essence of the 3 A's in accomplishing confidentiality, integrity, and availability in cybersecurity. One example that can cover these 3 A's is a medical personnel that is accessing a patient's data. In authentication, the system will make sure that the doctor is who he claims to be by providing biometrics, a password, or a token. 2. Authorization. After the doctor gains access to the client or the patient's information, what happens next is that the system detects what he can do and cannot do. The doctor might be able to read the information but not make changes to them. 3. Accounting. This is where, for instance, IT personnel can tell which doctor gained access to which patient's data, the time the doctor gained access, what the doctor did after gaining the access. Another example captures online banking. After authentication, you send money to another account. Afterwards, you can log back into your system and see the transactions that took place, at what time, from which account to which account. The significance of the 3 A's in cybersecurity. This brings us to the end of this video. I hope you learned something. Share your opinions, contributions, questions in the comment section, and I'll be careful to answer them all. See you in the next video. Until then, be safe and cyber secured.